The reality of workplace violence is that it's in the fabric of our society, and you don't have to go far to figure that out. Prioritizing training and drills and survival mindset as a worker are important.
The truth is, training and recognizing what to look out for can be the difference between life and death in a violent workplace or school incident. This video series, Wake Up Call, The Realities of Workplace Violence, will educate your workforce on the kinds of threats and actions that should never be ignored.
They are angry people. They are belligerent. They present a challenge in terms of communicating with them.
You know, this is not a comfortable conversation for me to have with you. I know last week we talked about a pay raise, and you're certainly deserving of one.
But how do you determine whether someone is just angry versus someone that has the propensity to become very violent?
3 years, no raise.
Darren, I've tried to explain to you that there just isn't the money for a pay raise right now for any of us. I'm sorry you feel that way.
Studies do show that supervisors are often the targets. Most often, these cases are planned well in advance.
I was the Director of Domestic and International Security at Anheuser-Busch. As a result of not following up and reporting a threat, I've seen people killed. I've seen people harmed.
Experts advise workers to pay attention to postings in social media. If a once happy colleague starts displaying unusual behavior, it needs to be reported. Threats can come in many forms: email, text, or face-to-face.
If they're writing it down, or if they're saying it repeatedly, or if they're actually being specific, about being violent toward that person, then you should report it. Even if you think it's unlikely, it's something that warrants closer look.
This video also covers how and when to report and the strong tie between domestic violence and workplace violence.
John, I have a problem. Hi.
Oh, hey, come on in.
You know, I have that restraining order against my husband.
Yes.
He was out in the parking lot when I came.
Just now?
Yeah, he was out there.
I'm going to call the police now, so
Okay.
we have everything.
Okay, thank you.
A short question and answer segment at the end of each chapter will make certain employees understand the concepts presented. Chapter 2 details what police really want to know when you make that emergency call. Experts say first, do all you can to hide from or evade the shooter, then call 911.
Anybody see the shooter?
No, he's not a shooter. It's probably 10 to 15 shots. Two people shot. Shut up in here.
According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, workplace violence causes nearly 1 in 5 on-the-job deaths. But with training and education, workplace violence is preventable. Workers who are paying attention and have a mechanism to report anonymously are the key. As the commanding officer on one of these tragic scenes, Joseph Spies knows once they arrive, it's too late.
Once the guns are sounding and people are dropping and you have victims, the horrible loss of life and destruction to families, and certainly when you start looking at school shootings like Sandy Hook, the power of that hurt, you can't put your arms around till you actually see it.
For more information on this video series, contact JLS Consulting at 314-800-8007 or visit jlsconsultingllc.com.